Well, hello! I'm so happy to see you today. I'm so glad you could come. I'm doing a little bit of straightening up here. Uncle Jim and I have been busy working on a fun project. A nature display. Do you want to see it? We put it over here. We have pine cones and leaves. They both come from trees. Oh, do you see these pretty flowers? They smell nice for hours and hours. This is such a fragrant rose. I can sniff it with my nose. Over here is my rock collection. Isn't it a nice selection? And look at these pretty shells. They are made so very well.
Peepers!
That's Uncle Jim.
Peepers, I'm back, and I found some more things for a nature display.
Oh, that's great, Uncle Jim. I was just showing the display to our friends.
Oh, hi! It's so good to see you. Did you like our nature display? It's nice, isn't it? Peepers, what's this?
What, Uncle Jim?
Did you clean up my work area for me?
Surprise, Uncle Jim.
Peepers, thank you.
Well, Uncle Jim, you always do so much for me. You feed me and take such good care of me that I thought it'd be nice to do something for you.
Thank you, Peepers. You're really learning to be helpful. You know, that reminds me of a song.
I'll remember to wash up before I eat. I'll try to keep my bedroom nice and neat. Put my clothes back on the shelf, clean up after myself, and always sit up straight in my seat. These helpful habits I am trying to learn, to do my part around the house to show concern. At first it's difficult, I'll take them one day at a time. After dinner I'll tell Mom it was delicious, and then I'll help to wash the dirty dishes. I'll sweep the kitchen floor and do my other chores, and Mom says thank you with hugs and kisses. These helpful habits I am trying to learn, to do my part around the house to show concern. It's getting easier, I'll take them one day at a time. One day at a time. Helpful habits. Helpful habits. Helpful habits. Yay! I'll be considerate in what I say and do, and remember to say please and thank you. When I'm asked a question, I'll give my full attention and give a smile when introduced. These helpful habits I am trying to learn, to do my part to show I care and I'm concerned. These helpful habits are now easy to do. Just keep on trying, you can learn them too. These helpful habits I am trying to learn, to do my part to show I care and I'm concerned. These helpful habits are now easy to do. Just keep on trying, you can learn them too. These helpful habits, just take them one day at a time. Take them one day at a time. These helpful habits, just take them one day at a time.
That was so much fun, Uncle Jim. It makes me want to be more helpful.
Peepers, I have a surprise for you. It's such a beautiful day outside, and it's almost time for lunch. Why don't we go on a picnic?
Picnic! Oh, goody! I love picnics. Oh, yes, Uncle Jim.
Okay. Would you like to come along with us? Here's your hat, Peepers.
Let's go!
Here are some delicious sandwiches.
Oh, yum, yum.
And celery.
Celery.
And apples
Apples!
and cake
Cake!
and juice.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Here's your plate, Peepers, and here's mine.
Yay! That was great. But didn't you bring any peanut butter sandwiches, Uncle Jim? And where are the oranges? And actually, I like chocolate cake better. Anything the matter, Uncle Jim?
Well, you see, Peepers, I feel a little sad because I prepared a lot of other things that I thought you'd like. I thought you would be thankful to have such yummy food, even if some of it isn't your most favorite.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Uncle Jim.
That's okay, Peepers. We all need reminders to have good manners and to be considerate of others.
Mmm.
And now, Peepers, here's a story to help us to remember to be thankful and to have good manners. We can read it while we have our picnic.
Oh, yes, goody. A story.
Once upon a time in a far-off land, there was a good king named Freddie. Freddie was a very polite king who said please and thank you and was very kind and considerate to everyone. Also, King Freddie had very good table manners and always remembered to thank God for his food before eating. Not all the people at Freddie's castle had such good manners, however. Some never washed their hands before eating, and when they were served, always grabbed the biggest piece for themselves. Others just gobbled down their food and left, never stopping to thank God or anyone else for the meal. And almost everyone grumbled about the food. I don't like spinach. Chicken again? Why don't we ever have hamburgers?
But I don't want Jell-O. I want ice cream.
One day, King Freddie decided, this is not good. I wish I could show everyone how important it is to be thankful and considerate of others and have good manners. King Freddie thought and thought, what can I do? Suddenly, King Freddie got an idea. I know, he said. I will prepare a special feast and invite everyone to come and eat in the great banquet room. Then I will show them how important good manners really are. King Freddie made all the arrangements for his great feast. In his invitation, he asked everyone to please get all dressed up very nicely for this special meal and to be sure to all wash their hands and faces and comb their hair before coming, because King Freddie wanted this to be a special feast, as he had something very important he wanted to tell them. King Freddie added a P.S. that the royal TV would be turned off during the meal. At last, the great day arrived, and King Freddie's great banquet room was beautifully decorated, and the great tables were set with King Freddie's best plates and silverware. Soon, the huge room was filled with hungry people. Why isn't King Freddie here? The people began to ask in grumbly voices. We're hungry, and we want to start eating. How inconsiderate of the king to be late for his own banquet. Suddenly, a very dirty, ragged, scruffy little man ran into the banquet hall, went straight over to King Freddie's great big chair at the head of the table, and sat down. Without waiting or saying a word to anyone, he just began grabbing food and filling his plate and chewing with his mouth open and knocking things over. A palace guard marched over to the messy man to have him removed, but the man pulled out a dirty, smudged invitation with some writing on it. Everyone in the room was very shocked and disgusted with a man with no manners. Oh, how rude! How inconsiderate he is! On and on they talked about how terrible the man was. Suddenly, a blast of the royal trumpets announced that King Freddie was entering the dining hall. Everyone wondered what King Freddie would do when he saw this manners man sitting in his chair and making such a mess. King Freddie, who was always polite, simply said to the man, excuse me, but you're sitting at my place at the table. The Ragged Man just reached out, grabbed up some more food, and scurried off in the direction of the royal TV room. King Freddy sat down. Please, everyone, come and sit down. Thank you for waiting for me. Soon everyone was seated, and King Freddy said, I'm sorry I kept you all waiting so long, but I think you will understand why I am late when I explain. Did anyone notice that someone with very poor manners came in and sat in my chair? Oh, yes, the people all said. He was a terrible man, just terrible. He had no manners at all. He didn't wash his hands. He gobbled his food. He chewed with his mouth open. He took the very best pieces. He made a mess at the table.
He didn't say thank you.
Yes, said King Freddy. I've seen many people with poor manners, but he certainly has the worst manners I have ever seen in all my life. And that is why I personally invited him to come and eat with us today. You invited him? Whatever for? Yes, I invited him, King Freddy replied, because I wanted to show everyone how awful bad manners are and why good manners are so important. We have all made many of the same mistakes that this messy man made, but I hope no one will ever act like that at the table again. King Freddy smiled and said, let's all try to have better manners. Do you all agree? Yes, Your Majesty, everyone answered cheerfully. It was the nicest banquet they had ever had. Everyone remembered to say please and thank you, and were very considerate of each other. And from that day forward, meal times throughout King Freddy's kingdom were happy, pleasant times for everyone.
Oh, Uncle Jim, that was such a good story. Thank you. And thanks for the yummy picnic.
You're welcome, Peepers. You're learning very good manners. And you can too. Try it at your next meal. Just say thank you to the one who prepared it and watch their face light up into a great big smile. You can do so many things to make others happy and to show appreciation.
Appreciation! Appreciation! That's a really big word.
Bunny, big word?
Hello, Uncle Jim! Hi, Peepers!
Hi, Bunny. It's so nice to see you. But what are you doing here?
Well, Uncle Jim, I was out on my nature walk. Yes, sir, Uncle Jim. Appreciation is a mighty big word. I found it right here in my pocket dictionary, and it means thankfulness, or being thankful for something. To show appreciation means to show thankfulness.
Thanks, Bunny Bigword, and you can show your appreciation by eating all the food that's on your plate after someone's worked so hard to prepare it.
Or by saying thank you to your mommy or daddy or teacher after a nice outing.
Oh, yes, or by helping to clear the table after your meal.
And by saying thank you to whoever prepared the meal.
By the way, Bunny, would you like a carrot?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Peepers. That's very kind of you.
Come. Over here, Bunny. Come on.
Oh, goody.
Uncle Jim, look over here. Look over here.
What is it? What have you seen?
Look. Ants.
Uncle Jim, will they eat our food? Oh, no.
Don't worry, Peepers. They're just busy working and causing no harm. Oh, and look, Peepers and Bunny. Watch this.
Have you ever noticed when you play outside all the little creatures that are so small in size? Little birds chirp among the treetops, tiny spiders weave their webs, and little worms wiggle in the garden without the use
I like that. It would be so interesting to know more about them, Uncle Jim. They seem to be such hard-working little creatures.
Yes, they do. Can you tell us more about them, Uncle Jim?
Oh, yes, I can. I've done a little bit of reading about ants in my nature book.
Oh, good, Uncle Jim.
Well, ants are very interesting little creatures. They live and work together with other ants in groups called colonies.
Ant colonies look like very tiny cities.
Yes, each ant has a very special job. The queen ant lays eggs, and the worker ants feed and take care of the baby ants. Some of the bigger ants are soldiers who guard and protect the colony. Others take care of bringing food.
Ants are very neat and tidy.
Oh, yes, their nest is kept very clean, and they even have a special place where they take their garbage.
Oh, they're funny-looking insects.
Well, they don't have a nose to smell like we do, but they have two feelers instead that they use to smell, touch, taste, and hear with. Ants are so neat, they have little combs on their legs which they use to clean their little feelers.
Isn't that funny?
Yes, and they're surprisingly strong and can pick up objects 50 times heavier than themselves.
Whoa.
Ants are such amazing creatures.
There are over 10,000 different kinds of ants. And did you know that ants come in all sorts of colors? Black, brown, yellow, red, green, blue, and purple.
Thank you, Uncle Jim.
That was very interesting.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Those ants are such hard workers, and they help each other so much, too.
Yes, they work together and help each other because that's what friends are for.
What are friends for? I came over to play on this rainy day 'cause I'm feeling a little sad. What are friends for? I can talk with you. You're the kind of friend that makes me feel glad. And when you're feeling down and in the dumps, I'll tell you a funny joke. And if you have to stay in bed with mumps, I'll send you a snack or a get well note. What are friends for? We can share ideas, help each other with our homework till it's done. What are friends for? They can bring such joy. Every girl and boy should have at least one. A friend is someone you know you can depend on for a helping hand. If you lose your temper, I won't hold it against you. I will try to understand. Understand. What are friends for? We can share the things that our friendship brings. Oh, it's really so much fun. What are friends for? They can bring such joy. Every girl and boy should have at least one. They can bring such joy to every girl and boy. Every girl and boy should have at least one. Every girl and boy should have at least one.
What a nice song. I'm so happy you're my friends, Uncle Jim. And Bunny?
I'm gonna be your friend too, Peepers.
Me too.
Oh,
And we're all glad to be your friends too.
yes, that's right.
It's fun to have friends, and it's important to take care of them.
Yes, you can be a good friend by being kind, loving, and understanding.
That's right. Well, shall we clean up now and head for home?
I can help carry the basket, Uncle Jim.
Thank you, Peepers, but let's shake the crumbs off the tablecloth first. And that way, we can leave a little snack for the ants.
Summertime! Yum, yum! We will clean up the crumbs! Clean up crumbs! Like
Okay?
Let's go! was so much fun, Uncle Jim.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'll go to the library because I want to study more about ants and other little creatures. Those little ants were amazing.
Okay, Bunny, have a good time. Bye-bye.
Bye, Bunny.
We've had so much fun, haven't we? I know one more thing we could do. I can teach you how to draw one of the little creatures that we saw earlier today.
Fun.
If you have a piece of paper and a pencil, you can draw along with me. Here's an easy way to draw a butterfly.
Oh, goody.
This circle is the head. Can you draw that? And this long section is the butterfly's body. Now here's one butterfly wing, and here's the other. They're just the same size. Butterflies have big wings, don't they? They have little bodies and a little head. On their head, butterflies have feelers, just like ants. Butterfly wings usually have very nice designs on them. We'll draw a design on this wing, and then the same design on the other wing. There. Oh, there goes our butterfly.
Look, Uncle Jim, it's flying.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Uncle Jim, I had such a fun time today.
Me too. And we've learned all about appreciation and manners.
And all about friends.
And all about ants and how to draw a butterfly.
And I learned all about saying thank you. Uncle Jim, thank you for how well you take care of me.
You're welcome, Peepers. And thank you for being our friends. We really enjoy your company and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next time.